This video will demonstrate the dual placement technique, a method of utilizing a CSF drainage system and an ICP monitoring system. This demonstration shows use of the following Codman specialty surgical products: the CereLink ICP monitor, the CereLink basic ICP sensor, and Back2Seal EVD catheter with the drain of your choice. You may also use CerebroFlow EVD catheter for patients with intraventricular hemorrhage. Begin by tunneling and implanting the EVD catheter as indicated in the instructions for use. The catheter tip should be resting in the patient's ventricles. Remove the stainless steel stylet from the catheter lumen. Insert the barbed end of the trocar into the catheter and carefully tunnel the trocar under the scalp from the burr hole site to the desired catheter exit site, ensuring that the catheter tip remains in place in the patient's ventricles. Holding the catheter in place, remove the trocar from the catheter. Use the barbed lure connector to connect the catheter to the external drainage system of your choice. Suture the EVD catheter to the scalp at the exit site. Be sure to zero the sensor before implantation. Assemble the TUI needle with the stylet. Carefully tunnel the TUI needle under the scalp from the burr hole site to the desired sensor exit site, ensuring the needle does not puncture the catheter. Remove the TUI needle stylet. Carefully thread the ICP sensor through the TUI needle from the tip to the hub. Continue threading the sensor until approximately twice the placement length exits the hub. Holding the sensor in place, gently remove the TUI needle from under the scalp by pulling it away from the insertion site. Estimate the length of the sensor from the tip to where it will bend upon exiting the skull. Fold the sensor at the desired bend site to leave a kink in the tubing, and advance the sensor into the parenchymal space through the puncture in the dura until the kink is at the edge of the hole. Carefully pull back the tubing of the sensor at the initial point of insertion, ensuring that the ICP sensor stays in the parenchyma. Remove the retractor, verify hemostasis in the insertion area, and suture the incision site closed. Carefully suture the ICP sensor to the scalp. For additional strain relief, loop the tubing and suture down. With this technique, the EVD catheter can drain CSF from the ventricles into the CSF drainage system. Simultaneously, the ICP sensor continuously monitors patient's ICP in the parenchymal space. By separating these two functions, there is no interruption of patient's ICP data. For example, if IVH patient has high contents of thrombus in the ventricles, contributing to the obstruction of the catheter can be removed and replaced without losing any ICP data. After implanting and suturing the ICP sensor, make sure the patient lead is attached to the patient to ensure reliable performance of the microsensor.